Well, I'm about to do something I don't think I've ever done here before. I have to apologize to you, the viewers, and redact a recommendation. For the last couple years, I've been recommending to you guys for compact backpacking folding saws, Silky saws. I have loved their performance, the options that they give you, and their capabilities. They're definitely, in my opinion, when it came to their cutting performance, an upgrade over a lot of other folding saws that we've tested out, like Faithful Laplanders and Corona saws. Well, just as these tips have snapped off and broken on these two Silky saws, my trust in Silky has also been broken. I have here the Gumboy 210 from Silky and the F180 from Silky. Both I've really liked, and the teeth design and just performance and their angled options that they give you, I just really like their performance. About 6 months ago, and I commented on this, I was sawing through just a simple piece of wood, and I discovered that I left part of the tip of the Gumboy in the piece of wood. It had snapped off. I was like, well, maybe I was just being super stupid. Then on my last trip out, I was just sawing about a 3-inch piece of wood, just going to town like I normally would, that I've done for, I don't know, thousands of strokes with other saws by now, and totally took out a major chunk, snapped this thing on the F180, which is telling me that though these are awesome in every other aspect, their angles, their, the teeth design, all of that stuff are great, that they're, I think, heat treating too hard their blades. So the blades are too rigid and don't have any flexibility where, particularly when the tips get stuck or jammed up and bind up in a piece of wood, which will happen when you are sawing a lot. So I apologize, guys, for having recommended those saws to you in the past, because there's a high probability from what I've seen now on 2 of these, and I'm reading in other comments and other videos that this is a pretty regular thing, that this does happen pretty frequently with Silky saws, that if there's a bend, you're jamming and you're just going and it binds up, you snap the tip or you snap the blade. And I mean, both those, particularly the F180 is totally worthless now. I mean, I just burned $30 for nothing. So I'm coming back to Old Faithful, Faithful Laplander, $22. I own about 3 or 4 of these. I have bent, warped, done all kinds of crazy stuff with these, never broken one of these blades.
That saw will live in top 10 forever.
Oh, yeah. How long was that on the timer? 24 seconds?
Yeah, for portability
and price,
you can't beat the Bajo. Still, when was that, like 4 years ago? Yeah. At the Bajos?
Ever have I broken one of these blades. They're gonna be cheaper than Silky's. They won't go through quite as fast. When you're going, and you gotta go through a lot of wood, you are gonna have to do more strokes. They just won't take out quite the amount of wood. But having seen them bind up and bend and do that without snapping and breaking, and if need be, I just take a rock and hammer it out a little bit. I think you can even see it here. This tip has been warped ever so slightly. No problemo. So for compact folding saws, until I can find something and it's super reliable, I'm sticking with my Faithful Laplander as my recommendation and kicking those Silkies out of my bag, putting this back in my bag. And if you need something larger, you're like, yeah, 7 inches isn't big enough for me, then recently we checked out the Samuraiichibon. Ichibon? Dude, is that an Ichibon? Don't tell me this is a Samuraiichibon. Bro, did you just tell me your buns are itchy? No, dude, I'm talking about the Samuraiichibon. The Ichibon. That's just, it's insane.
You're not just cutting here, you're not just cutting here, but you're cutting here for a saw. It's impressive. Sweet leather. Okay, this is kind of like when I got my Millennium Falcon for Christmas when I was a kid. Pretty awesome. Wow.
It's ridiculous. And this also had some tip flex and didn't have any sort of issues. I will let you guys know if I do break this at some point, but we've been cranking on these and haven't seen any sort of issues with snapping or breakage, that there's a better flexibility and a lower heat treat, which means that the tool, you can just see that there, can flex and it's not gonna snap and break. So this guy's about $40. We're gonna have links in the description below for the Faithful and the Ichibon. These two guys are epic, and I'm gonna take off my recommendations on the Silky sauce. So I'm really sorry, guys, that I had to do that, and I apologize. And in the future, if that ever happens with any other tools, I'll obviously let you guys know. And it's just sad that I can't trust Silky, because I think that a lot of their designs are awesome, but I'm not gonna take something out that might snap and break on me. So thank you guys so much for coming over here today, checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. If you're not a current subscriber, I invite you to become part of the GT family. We're throwing up videos like this every single week. You current subscribers are awesome. Hit that bell icon next to the subscription button to make sure I'm in your news feed and these videos are posted there and they're not getting buried. And yeah, you guys are awesome. Always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared. See you out there.